Hey friends, it's your girl Kristen Denise, also known as KD, here with day 2 of Black History Month. As I said yesterday, if you don't think you know Black history is my thing, your girl is a nerd. A cute nerd, but a nerd nonetheless. And I'm excited to come here and to share some Black history facts and some things with you guys over the month of February, but also to connect it to what we need to be doing today. So yesterday I talked about the founding of Black History Month. And again, a little disclosure, if you see me looking over here, it's because my computer is here. My notes is on the computer. Okay, I want to make sure I'm giving you good information. I don't want to forget anything or misspeak. So today we're going to talk about another significant part of Black history, at least to me, and something that has a special place in my heart. And if you watch the video to the end, you'll get a special surprise at the end. Trust me, you want the surprise at the end. At least I think you do. If you say this, if you care about this stuff, you want the surprise. But we are going to talk about a significant piece of Black American history and culture, and that is the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. Now, I grew up with Lift Every Voice and Sing. I've definitely been singing it since I was a little girl between the Black church and my preschool and elementary school and everything. I've been working with that song for a minute. But it's something I think a lot of people are losing, right? People don't know the history of the song, which I think is very important. They don't even know the words to the song. And so I want to give you a little bit of that today and encourage you, if you don't know it, learn it. But then also want to connect it to some things we can be doing today to encourage us, motivate us, and inspire us as we move forward in this period of time and continue to create Black history. Okay? So you ready? Cool. One, it originated as a poem. It did not start as a song. It was a poem written by James Weldon Johnson in 1900. Johnson was an educator, a writer, and a civil rights activist. And he composed this poem to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's birthday in 1900. So we talked a little bit about good old Abe yesterday, right? And so he's very revered in the Black community, especially at this time. And so they wanted to commemorate his birthday at Stanton School in Jacksonville, Florida. A little fun fact, Stanton Prep, which is the descendant of the Stanton School, where James Weldon Johnson was principal at the time, became a top school that graduated a lot of very accomplished, very talented, very intelligent Black students in Jacksonville, Florida. I happen to know quite a few graduates of Stanton. I went to Florida A&M University, a historically Black college in Tallahassee, Florida. And so I got to meet a lot of Stanton Prep grads, and it's kind of cool to see this connection because I didn't know that initially. But he composed this poem to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's birthday as a celebration at Stanton School. And the poem was initially meant to inspire hope and unity among African Americans during the difficult years following Reconstruction. If you don't know a lot about Reconstruction, it's the period immediately following the end of the Civil War. Is about a 20-year period where Black people saw a lot of growth, a lot of thriving. They developed towns, they developed systems of education, systems of government. They got into national government. South Carolina is an example of a state that ended up getting a lot of Black people in the House of Representatives very quickly following enslavement. And it was like a golden age in Black history. I know it's like, how do you have a golden age post enslavement the way that they did? But they were finally liberated and free in a lot of ways to do things that they could not do before during that 20-year period. Unfortunately, Reconstruction ended based on the results of a presidential election, and they lost the protections from the military and the government at that time. And we enter into the dark ages of Jim Crow, especially in the South. And we lose a lot from that period of Reconstruction during that time. And so this is when that song is written, is that post-Reconstruction period, as a form of encouragement, right? Keep going, keep moving, keep pressing. And we all know the power of music. So it started, like I said, initially as a poem, but 5 years later in 1905, James Weldon Johnson's brother, John Rosamond Johnson, who was a composer and a musician, set the poem to music, and it kind of acted as a catalyst. And it gained fire as a very prominent and powerful hymn in the Black community to serve as an encouragement and a rallying cry during the early civil rights movement. By 1919, so almost 20 years after it's written as a poem, the NAACP, or the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, adopted Lift Every Voice and Sing as the official Negro National Anthem. So it's about 100 years of history here, recognizing its ability to inspire resilience, pride, and solidarity among African Americans. The song's original intent was to express the struggles, resilience, and unwavering hope of Black Americans reflecting on their past while looking forward toward a future of equality and freedom. Over a century later, Lift Every Voice and Sing remains an anthem of strength and unity, continuing to be sung at significant cultural, political, and historical events. Now, a little bit more about James Weldon Johnson. He was a pioneering African-American writer, educator, diplomat, and civil rights activist. He was born in Jacksonville, Florida, where he was a trailblazer in multiple fields, leaving an enduring impact on American literature, politics, and social justice. I actually just bought one of his poem books today. So you can still get his work, his books. It was a poem book based on Black preaching, which I find very interesting as a longstanding member of the Black church. So I'm excited to dig into that. I bought it on Kindle, child, so you can get it if you're interested. Also, stay tuned to this video to the very end. There's a surprise at the end if you stick to it, so stick to it. Just really quickly, James Weldon Johnson was raised in a middle-class family at the time. He had a strong education. He actually graduated from Stanton as a child, as an 8th grader. He went on and attended Atlanta University, which is now Clark Atlanta University. And he graduated in 1894 and became a teacher, and then later became a principal at Stanton School in Jacksonville, which is where he wrote the poem Lift Every Voice and Sing. He had several literary contributions. He had amazing civil rights leadership, where he was an executive secretary in the NAACP for 10 years, where he played a crucial role in expanding the organization's influence, advocating for anti-lynching legislation, and fighting for racial justice. He was appointed to the U.S. Consul to Venezuela and Nicaragua, which is really, really cool under President Theodore Roosevelt. And along with his brother, he has a musical legacy where he composed several songs for Broadway, contributing to Black musical theater. How amazing is that? So really quickly, I'm going to go over the verses. I'm not going to sing it. You don't really want me to sing. But it's lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise, high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod. Felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to a place for which our Father sighed. We have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from a gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, Thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee, lest our hearts drunk with the wine of the world we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land. So, remember, find something that can inspire you, that can encourage you, the same way this song was meant to do. That is our goal today. We are in some interesting times. We'll say that. We're in some interesting times, and it can be easy to forget where we've come from. And more importantly, it can be easy to lose hope for where we're going. So let's learn from our ancestors. Let's write the songs of victory today that could be sung 100 years later, reminding people who we've been, who we are, most importantly, who we are becoming. As always, do what you need to do to be more than okay, because you deserve to be more than okay. And absolutely do what you need to do to live a life you love, because you deserve to live a life you love. All right? Now stay tuned for a little special treat, and I'll catch you tomorrow.